What's going on, everyone? Model Deer Farmer with you here today, and we're going to take a look at the FFA 1/64 scale pulling tractors made by Ertl. So I do have both sets sitting out here in front of me. They are two different sets. They come with tractor and sled each. So we're going to be taking a look at both of them today because I picked up both of them. I have been kind of holding off on these for a while because there was a lot of places that well, first they were a little bit harder to try and find, and then second, there were some places that were wanting a lot of money for them. There's one place that was wanting $30 for one set, and so I eventually just held off, and one day I was at an old tractor museum, and they randomly had these there, which I was kind of surprised about. Kind of seemed like a little bit of a weird place to have pulling tractors, but they were there. I got them for 15 bucks a set, so $30 in all, and I'm going to say that's a pretty good price for them. Your other places you can get them online, your third-party sites. I'd say anywhere from 10 to maybe 16, 17, 18 bucks, somewhere in there. 20, I think it gets a little bit on the higher side, but you might find some that are about like that. As well. But so we do have two different ones here. The sleds that they come with are exactly the same, so we'll only take a look at one of those. They both do come in a blister card pack, so kind of your standard type thing from there. So we have the Go For It tractor as well as the Motto tractor. So we'll take a look at the Go For It tractor first. You got your normal standard tires front and back like you do on all of your Ertl pulling tractors. I mean, pretty much they're all about standard, just kind of different colors and different pieces. This is on the just generic frame like the fake John Deere one, and the Tractor Supply one, as well as the corn-fed one. I'm still looking for that one. But so it's the same kind of frame there, just blue. So we got your normal Ertl Britain's Precision Heritage, American Muscle, Johnny Lightning, and Racing Champions stickers, sponsors along the bottom there. You got your blue front end weight, same front end weight as any other one. Then your fenders back here are, like I said, they also are the metal die cast, like I've said in the past, that the frame is die cast and the fenders are die cast, but then the weight, the hood, those are plastic. The roll cage is also die cast. So you got your detail there on the front with the lights and stuff. Blue hood here, blue mold with the stickers on there. So we got the yellow, like kind of like spike stripes going back, with a yellow line down there, Go For It down there, and then the FFA emblem on the side of the tractor. Up top you got your exhaust pipe there, kind of standard, same as always. And then you got the yellow here that goes into those spike stripes as well. The other side of the tractor is the same, so no difference there. Coming back here, we got black interior, steering wheel and seat. Our roll cage is yellow, which is kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know how much of a fan I am of it, but if you really want to change some stuff around, you can with how customizable these are. With all you got to do is just take those two screws out in the bottom. There's lots of customization you can do. You do have the back fenders here that are die cast blue with the stickers on them, which also keeps the theme going with the yellow and the stripes there. So kind of the same styles repeated everywhere, but it makes a really good looking tractor. You do also have the drawbar back here like normal. I mean, really, all of these tractor pulling tractors are pretty much the same. Just the stickers and colors are different. So it's pretty much about the same thing. This one I think is really cool. This one does have the black frame, whereas that one had the blue frame. But so you got your black die-cast frame, which means also your fenders are black underneath the stickers there. You get the same styling for the hood, the blue front weight, exhaust pipe, front lights, all of that is the same. Another thing that's the same, well, the tires are all the same. You got your puller tires, rubber puller tires, and your front smaller ones. You do have black interior, like on the Go For It one. So that's the same. But looking here at the side, I think this is really cool. We got learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, living to serve, the FFA motto on there, as well as the emblem. But what I think is even cooler, in the background, we get the eagle's wing, kind of like a darker color there, which I really think that is really cool. You do also have a yellow stripe with a red stripe down there at the bottom, which is kind of the same as your design here on the fenders. You got the blue on the outside on both sides, and then yellow in the middle, or red in the middle and yellow in the middle. The top, though, is a little bit different. It's split right down the middle. So you got yellow on the left side, you got the red stripe down the middle, and then the blue on this side with kind of the pattern from the eagle wing. So again, pretty much the same. We do have a blue roll cage here, so that's a little bit different on here. Whole frame is black, so your drawbar back here. But overall, pretty good looking tractor. I really like the eagle wing that you can kind of see in the background of that one. That makes it look really good. Now we'll take a sled out here and kind of show you some things on this. We got the pulling sled, same like shape and everything as every other Ertl pulling sled that they've made. But this one is blue. It's all blue. These things are pretty much all plastic. So for tires on here, the back tires, you get your normal like Ertl semi-truck tires. So those would be the same like you have on semi-trucks, semi-trailers and stuff. And then for your front tires, you have the same tires that are on the front of the puller tractors. So like I said, all plastic in here. You got your flaps right there for the dirt. You do have a hitch on there. In real life, you wouldn't really have a direct hitch. It's more of like a chain that comes out from the center. But it is what it is on here. With also having that hitch there, it also does prevent like the pan, like actually being able to touch the ground. Of course, you got the wheels there, but if you take the wheels off, the hitch still doesn't allow the pan to be on the ground, which I think is kind of unfortunate. But I guess it is how it is. You got your sponsors on here, which are pretty much the same as the bottom of the pulling tractor. You do have kind of your design here, the spike design, like on the Go For It one. So the red and then the yellow stripes there. This is a sticker put on the side. You do have the same sticker on both sides. Got the pan down here, like I was talking about. There's the underneath of the pan. You got those 3 screws. But it looks pretty good under there. Like I said, all plastic. You do have your weight box, which moves back and forth, and I'll show you guys how that kind of works here in a little bit. But you see, you got the different sections there that you put the weights in. Obviously have more weights in for bigger tractors. You do have your operator station back here, which is kind of a little bit low in detail, but yeah, it's low on detail. I think that these would have looked awesome if they would have put a cab on the back, because a lot of the pulling sleds now are that way. They have cabs, and I think it just makes them look a whole lot better. Because, of course, we just have the seat back here, and being 1/64 scale, it's a fairly large seat. And then we kind of just got this, like, blue blob there. So not much detail. You do have your mud flaps on the back with your tail lights. The tail lights are just blue plastic, so not very much detail there. Do have a hitch on the back, because since this one is one without a cab, I believe you have to pull it backwards because it wouldn't really have an engine transmission to move it by itself. But a lot of the newer ones, they move by themselves now. So you would hook a different tractor to the back, and it would pull it back to the other end of the track to reset it for the next pull. So, I mean, it's kind of cool that they added that detail, but I also really would have loved to see a cab on here. You can see that we got a little rubber band in there. That is how our box moves forward. So hook it up to the tractor here, and as you pull it forward, it moves the box forward, and the box will go all the way forward. And then obviously if you back up enough, it'll go down back to the beginning. So I like that they added that feature, that it can actually move. That's a very important feature. So glad they got that down at least. It looks fairly good. I don't know if I like the all blue. I kind of maybe would have liked the pan to be black, but it's fine. It's still a good looking sled. I just also really wish that we would have been able to put a cab on there, which maybe I'll get another sled at some point and put a cab on there and try seeing how that works. But for right now, they're just without cabs. So, but otherwise, really nice pulling sleds. And whoops, we changed the color of the lights there. Really nice pulling sleds, really nice pulling tractors. Ertl does a good job on these pullers. I think they look pretty good. It's something that we really haven't had for a long time, so I'm happy that they started doing this a couple of years ago. It kind of adds some fun tractor pulling stuff, because I had a little sled that was made by a different company that I'd just hook all these tractors up and stuff and just start pulling them, because I never really had any actual tractor pulling tractors. So this definitely is really cool. Like I said, these were a little bit harder to find, the FFA ones here. So if you definitely want them, I would definitely get them sooner rather than later. But like I said, you're mostly going to have to find them on like the third-party sites. I even tried finding them at some of the toy shows I've been to, and I couldn't find them anywhere. So really glad to find them, pick them up. They're really, really good looking. So if you're interested, go ahead. Third-party sites like Ag Farm Toys, Outback Toys, Dalton's, they probably got them there too. So that's going to be it for this review. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like. It helps out a ton. And subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to, let's try to make it 500 subscribers by the end of July. Can we do that? We got half a month. Can we do it, guys? Get this video shared out to your friends if they're interested in this kind of stuff. Let's get lots of people watching this. We've been going almost for a year now. Let's try and get to 500 subscribers by the end of July. But also, if you have any comments or questions, you can leave those down in the comment section below. Or if you have any ideas on what we should review next on the channel, you can leave those down in the comment section also. I hope you enjoyed today's review. I'll see y'all in the next one.